Welcome back to Biz Audio, and here's your radio news headlines for Tuesday, May 19th. It was a big day at ARN, and in a Biz Audio exclusive, Mark Hine has announced he's going to be moving to the Sunshine Coast. That's right, after a short 7-month stint as content director of ARN Cairns, he's moving to ARN on the Sunshine Coast at a new content director role, overseeing Zinc FM as well as Hot FM. I had Mark Hine in the podcast earlier on in the year, and you can check out that interview when he just moved to Cairns. So that's great to see. And also over at ARN, Gold FM in Melbourne, Gold FM around the country have announced their brand new Friday show with Carl Stefanovic and Eddie Maguire. I think this is a great move to strengthen the Gold Network. I think the Gold Network is an absolute powerhouse, and Peter Samios and I both agree on that. And so ARN has signed a deal with Carl and Eddie in a landmark multi-platform deal. It'll be called The Long Weekend. It'll be a once-a-week Friday show from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m, 3 hours, and it'll also be available on social platforms and available via the iHeart Global Network in New Zealand, Canada, Mexico, the United States, and the UK, and it'll also be broadcast across 9Now and Stan. And Michael Stephenson, the Chief Executive Officer of ARN, said that Carl and Eddie are two of the biggest stars in Australian media, and now they're at ARN. The Long Weekend is an excellent example of our strategy coming to life: premium audio and video content distributed across every platform, amplified on social and distributed across the globe on the iHeart network. This is going to be brilliant. And Carl Stefanovic said, "Since I was born, I've been a student of radio and announcers. The intimacy of the medium is powerful. Working with Eddie makes it even more exciting for me." And it starts on June 19th, 2026, and it's called The Long Weekend, and you can check that out across the Gold National Network. Two senior commercial appointments have been announced at Tapped Media, with Joanne Lowe and Simon Daly joining their team under the guidance of Chief Commercial Officer Brian Gallagher. Daly is a senior business manager, and he's been at News Corp and Fairfax. And yeah, that was announced today. So it seems like Tapped Media is also tapping into some oh goodness, I'm trying to think of the word here. Some talent. That's what I'll use for that. And Zane Lowe will be co-hosting the Hot Hits with Nick and Lauren tomorrow night from 7 p.m. And you can check that out across the Hit Network. But that's all for your Biz Audio update. You can check out the articles on Substack. I just posted one about Mark Hine, so that's bizaudio.substack.com. And it's great to see that ARN are really strengthening their Queensland team and their regional team, moving people around and I think suiting people for the best roles where they can achieve really good results.